are we gonna play today? This is just an orgy of choice here. Hang on. I want to start with something I'm good at. Hello. Welcome to Pav. This is my... Oh, where am I now in YouTube? This is... I think my... No, this is my 4th YouTube account, or 4th YouTube project, I guess you'd call it if you were like some soulless business hack. This is something interesting that I do in Souls games, where I've got characters that all kind of look like the same. I like the ginger. I remember I made this character, but I don't think she didn't end up good. So maybe I can start again. The haircut is really cute. It looks really bad. Like this is not a good haircut to have. It's kind of funny and goofy looking. I think that's why I like it so much. There are other like way more conventional haircuts you can have. Yeah. There's a lot of like... That's a nice haircut. That's like probably for like a cleric type character, right? So I love Bloodborne a lot. It's one of those games that it is hard to describe it. There's a certain type of or certain set of games that make me feel quite like a specific kind of emotion, and they're usually darker, kind of more, I don't know what you call it, more kind of esoteric games with like kind of occult or psychological type moods. Silent Hill is one of my favorites. Yume Nikki is one of my favorites. Dot Flow is one of my favorites. I really love Dark Souls and Bloodborne, and they all have this kind of connecting theme of like the darkness within people, I guess. I don't want to sound like Linkin Park over here, but
signed and sealed.
There's something about that kind of subject matter that I just can't get enough of. I'm not gonna go too much into like the story of Bloodborne. I'm just gonna try and like enjoy the gameplay, which is like a massive departure from what I used to do on my old channel. I will link like the first part of my Bloodborne playthrough from my other channel in this video so you can see. But I used to make very, very different videos. I did a full Let's Play of this game, and I went into the story, and I did all these like cinematic edits and stuff, and it was like crazy, really, to think that I had that much free time back then. I didn't have any friends, so it was easy to kind of justify it to myself. Oh, I remember I used to be good at this bit. I took a few hits there. I can get away with that though. It's been a few. It's been a little bit of an amount of time since I last touched this, so I can hide behind that. God, I just love everything about this game. There's something about Dark Souls that kind of didn't quite hit me in the right place, and it was like the way everything is. There's just something so ugly about everything in Dark Souls. Just as like the director intended, there's like a dignity to everything in Dark Souls, but I'm a bit vain and I like there to be some like style. And Bloodborne has like, everything's still gross, but there's like a kind of sleek gothic style to everything that I really like. Okay. So this is a fun game that I like to play. I played it on my last playthrough, I think, as well. What you do is you try and kill this guy without an actual weapon. Or you try and get as far as you can without using an actual weapon. Oh, I forgot you- wait, can I do that with... Oh no, it's lost the same attack. Okay. So what you want to do is... get behind him. It's so stupid. Get behind him, wait until he doesn't attack, and then... But the thing is that he turns into you. I don't want to use too many blood vials because they're finite, unlike Dark Souls' amazing Estus system. Okay, fuck this. I give up already. No, I give up. I give up. Let's get the ladder down. It's gonna take him a while to clue on and figure out how to get over here, so we might as well... Oh god, I forgot about this. So, you want to get as many items from here as possible so you don't really have to come back. I'm gonna have to... Oh dear. Oh dear, I've made a bit of a mistake. Okay, hang on. Okay. And then just go, and then just go as fast as you can. They will follow us, but just this one, and he is very slow. That screech, that's a boss later. Oh god, I'm trying not to get back into just like trying to describe everything. I just want to have fun. It's gonna be hard. Oh fuck. I overwhelmed myself already. I'm such an idiot. Oh, okay, I remember this. If you're maybe picking this game up, or if you're gonna pick this game up after seeing me play it, don't choose the threaded cane. It's a hard weapon. I'm sure there are some great threaded cane builds out there. And, like more power to you if you can make it work. But the general rule of thumb is that the threaded cane is the most difficult weapon. I still have trouble with it after all this time. I will agree that it is a very cool weapon, but I don't like it. The Hunter Axe is a slow but very powerful weapon. I personally don't agree with it. The Saw Cleaver is the way to go for me. I know it's very vanilla, because that's what the guy on the box art has, but I promise you. Also, I go Hunter Pistol, because it's better for parries. There are two guns you can start with. There's the pistol and the blunderbuss, and the idea is that the pistol is faster, and for parrying, but the blunderbuss is slower, but it's for stunning enemies instead of parrying. So it's a more clumsy weapon for less precise people, which is good for some builds, but not mine. That's Gehrman. I could punch him right now, and I don't think he'd ever come back. That's the weird thing about Souls games, is you can hit someone and you'll just never see him again. So now we've got a weapon. We can go back and we can just destroy everyone who was giving us trouble earlier, but we're not gonna. We're just gonna power through. That's like a good thing for life, isn't it? There's no point in going back and getting revenge. You might as well just keep pushing on. I say that, but I do love me some revenge. Okay, now I have to remember how to play this. I used to keep forgetting that this game is not Dark Souls, and that the combat is very different. Unlike the guy here, shields are very frowned upon. They apparently, according to the director, in Bloodborne, shields engender passivity, and that's not what hunters are about. Okay, I'm remembering stuff. Look at that. I'm shocked that I'm remembering this. There are some great combos you can pull off with the trick weapons. That's what the weapons are called in this game. They're called trick weapons because they have... Every weapon has two states that they can go between. The Saw Cleaver has this kind of short-range, very fast mode, and then it goes into this very heavy, deliberate one. And you switch those states with L1. So you go L1, 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 right? Oh god, I didn't do a sync test. Okay, well, okay, I'm gonna go through how to make videos in these videos. I might as well. every time you make a video with a capture card, there's about like a 5-second delay, right? So what you have to do is you have to do a sync test where you have to parallel or line up an action that you're performing in real life with an action that's being performed in the game. So I'll say, okay, I'm looking at a baby carriage right now, and there's a guard keep in the background patrolling, and now I'm going to press start in... I've just pressed it by accident, so remember that. I've just pressed start and I'm in the menu, and I'm gonna press circle to exit out of the menu in 3, 2, 1, circle. And then that should be your sync test. What I usually do to even that out is I'm gonna press start again in 3, 2, 1, start. I'm gonna press down in 3, 2, 1, down. Then that kind of reinforces it a bit. The more of those that you do in your sync test, the more likely that the footage will be actually lined up. Okay, let's try and pull off a parry. Well, that could have gone better, but look, there was no consequence because I pulled it off still. So, when you do a parry in this game, you can get back all of the health that you lost in the last attack that you sustained. Oh shit, okay. Look at that, I'm fast. What happened? I thought I'd be like really bad, but like I'm getting pretty decent. There's a bug here. There's a bug that lets you get over there. I can't remember how to do it. Firstly, okay, it's Dark Souls 1 style jumping, so you have to hold sprint. You have to hold sprint and then press circle to jump. So, I'm remembering little things about this game, and one of them is a kind of sequence breaking bug where you can get onto this railing here, and you can use it to get to like a relatively end game area. I can't remember if it involves this bag of sand or these coffins here. Oh, it's the coffin. Okay, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it already. I can tell. So it involves the trajectory of moving up the coffin. I'm not going to be able to pull it off because I've never actually done it before. Because I'm not... Hang on. Okay, never mind. We're not going to spend the whole video trying to do that because it's just going to be embarrassing. Thanks to From Software's kind of like janky way of making games, there are a lot of things like that in Souls games, like weird physics-based sequence breaking mechanics. And it's one of my favorite things about Souls games actually, is how there are these little things that you can do to kind of cheat your way through the game. I know there's some weird physics stuff in Dark Souls 1 that's really funny. And then in Demon Souls there's some even better stuff where you can like duplicate items, which is usually what I use to get through like a run of that game, because there are some areas in Demon Souls that just like straight up broken, as much as I love that game. Especially, okay, there's an area in... I might make a Demon Souls video where I do it, but there is an area in Demon Souls that I just can't stand it. It's like I can't go through that area again. I just can't do it. So there's a relatively famous bug in Demon Souls where you can actually skip this area that I hate. Oh, you see that? Everything disappeared behind me. Never mind that. It's really funny to watch unfold, because you're like, how did they not patch this out after all this time? Because it was a PS3 release, so they could have patched it out, but they just decided not to. I don't know why, but I'm very thankful. Basically, there's like a tunnel, and if you go there's like a tunnel like about 500 feet below where you perform the bug, and the bug involves you going outside of level boundaries, standing on top of the area where the tunnel is, and then like kind of walking off the edge of the level's collision data to fall onto the tunnel, and then you quit the game before. No, you don't. No. You have to. I think you have to fall and land on the tunnel, die, and then when you respawn, you'll be inside the tunnel or something like that. It's something really dumb. And you spawn inside of the boss arena, which really freaks me out. That's another thing you should know about me, is that I am megalophobic. What does megalophobic mean? Megalophobia is like, let's say like something like that, like something big, like a big alive thing, really freaks me out. Like whales fucking really get me in a bad way. Amygdalas from this game get me. Any creature that's like large, like really large. Actually, it's making me a bit uncomfortable just talking about it, so we're gonna drop it for now. You can ask me in the comments if you're curious about it. But it's something that is still a problem. It's been a problem ever since I was like a little kid. Maybe it's something in my childhood that I've repressed. I don't know, but it's always been there. It's always been a problem, and it's always been annoying. Okay, I hate this encounter here. The werewolves are really annoying. Let's see if we've got any items. We've got some... Now. Oil urns. Oh! I'm an idiot. I can't believe how stupid I am. Hang on. You're gonna see a lot of that until I get a new... Oh my god. I'm in trouble. I'm in some serious trouble. Can I bullshit my way out of this? Let's see. I might have to use an oil urn. So, there was like an emphasis on items put in this game, where the director wanted you to, no. No! Oh, come on. The director wanted you to outwit enemies with items, instead of just brute force. So, there are items that are good in combination with each other. So, an oil urn. If you throw an oil urn on an enemy, it would douse them in oil, and then you could throw a Molotov cocktail at them, and then it would like do 4 times as much damage or something stupid like that. But because I don't have a shop yet to buy more from, I kind of have to be careful with how many I use and where I use them. So I can't really have fun with them yet. Oh god, okay. Don't do that. I'm using too much stamina. I need to cool off a bit. So, as much as I love this game, there is one like quite fundamental flaw with it, and that's the health and bullet system. The way that they implemented the healing system is that in Dark Souls, you could replenish on healing items every time you restarted at the checkpoint. If you died. Like, if you died, all of your healing items would be restored, right? In Bloodborne, they're random drops from enemies. Which means, if you die... Which I think I might die. Okay, good. I nearly died. That would have been bad. If you die, and you want to try again, you just try again. In Bloodborne, sometimes you'll die, and you'll be like, I've got another try left in me. I want to try that again. Oh god. Oh no. I'm in trouble. I'm in some serious trouble. I'm an idiot. Oh no. Okay, alright. I want to be careful, right? You would think that I'd want to be careful about the guy with the gun, but the thing I'm more scared of is the dogs. I hate dogs in this game. I hate dogs in any Souls game. They always have like this BS like stun lock attack. It's like a signature. They can stun lock the crap out of you. Oh dear. Oh no. Okay, hang on. Oh. Good trade. Good trade. This oh no. Okay, no, I give up. There's 4 dudes over there, but I don't care. So I died over there, right? To the wolves. We're not gonna go that way this time. This time, we're gonna take a shortcut to the other dog bit. To the kennels. Oh no. Oh, I forgot you can do that to dogs. That's helpful. Now, here's the big question. Is this drop gonna hurt? Actually, I don't even have to find out if this drop's gonna hurt, because there's a safe way down. I just forget where it is. Where did I— oh my god, where did I come— did I come from there? Oh, there's no safe way down then. I'm just gonna have to like— oh look, check it. Look at this punk right here. Idiot. That was worth it. That was so worth it. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do parries without getting hit at the same time. But they're still doable as long as the hit doesn't kill me. Because you get all the health back that you lost. As long as you can land it. So if you ever want to do a backstab, you always want to have the long version of whatever your weapon is out. Oh, don't. There is nothing more embarrassing than trying to pull off like a backstab and not quite having the range to do it. Excuse me, Samima. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that I'm gonna have to like explain, because like I have like— I'm one of those people who was so lonely for a long time that I had in-jokes for myself, and I'm only figuring out now that it's like, oh, hang on. No, when you say something that doesn't really make sense, you kind of have to explain it to people. If I say Sumima, it's SUMIMASEN, which is Japanese, but I can't remember what it means. I think it's some kind of dialectual, that's not a word, I bet you, like, I bet you one downvote on this video that isn't a real word. That it's some kind of dialect kind of alteration on, oh shit, on gomen nasai. And before I started saying Sumimasen, I used to say gomen nasai. Or I used to say gomen ne. I was one of those people.
Who are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? Please go look for my mum. Daddy never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him, but now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared. Really? Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful, you won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box. It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it.
So this quest line is like... there are 2 quests that I really love in this game, and this is probably my favourite one. That lovely young lady is named Viola, and her dad went off to hunt some beasts, and he never came home. We'll meet him at some point. Don't want to give anything away, but we do meet him at some point. But she gave us this lovely little music box. Now this music box plays a song for a creature that is situated at the end of the game called Murgo. The song's called Lullaby for Murgo. And it's a really nice little lullaby. It's creepy though. I used it so much in my first Let's Play. No. Now, I am making classic Souls game mistakes, and I never felt so alive that I'm making these mistakes all over again. When you're playing a Souls game, you never back up into a corner. Ever. It's like the worst thing you can do. It's so bad. There we go. Okay. So, there used to be this, like, known way of, like, parrying things in Dark Souls. And it kind of translates to Bloodborne. But because of the way that the gun works, it doesn't. You have to be a bit slower with it. It has to be like in Bloodborne, you have to do your parry just as the enemy raises their hand up in the air, like just as their hand is like peaked, like that, and then you can parry them. This is like important stuff to know because like parrying is like godlike in this. There we go. We've got an actual set of armor now. You might notice that. Look at that. Look how significantly better these stats are. Oh, look how cute that is. Oh my god. Look how cute. Look, the hair sticks out. That's adorable. Okay, I really, really love that. I want to go back and I want to buy that other outfit now. I want to actually make some progress thinking about it. So we're gonna... Okay, that isn't quite how I wanted that to go. I wanted to do that with a bit more elegance, but you know, hey, what can you do? Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go this way. We're gonna ignore these guys if we can. Right. Now there's a big disgusting pig down here. We don't want to get hit by him because he's gonna do that. Okay, hang on. You can do something disgusting with this pig, and I need to make sure I do it because otherwise it'll be a problem. Stop, just do an attack. Fuck it, I'm just gonna like... It's actually easier to just kill him. Okay, you can do an attack where you put your hand up its butt and everyone thinks it's funny. That's all I was gonna show. Guess what? Sorry. Sorry. You'll have to get used to that too. If I find something funny, I do have quite a grating laugh, and I do apologize for it. There's something very Indiana Jones about that, isn't there? Just shoot the guy. That's one of my favorite techniques. Let the enemy do their attack, right? And then just before they do their attack, backstep, and then you attack. Wait, you backstep, then you attack, and then you transform attack, and then you just spam that until they die. I don't have any insight yet. So there's a stat in the game called Insight. You can tell in the top right, there's like an eye icon with a 0 next to it. That's your insight. And if you don't have any insight, that doll doesn't come to life, and it means that you can't actually do anything with her, which is bad. Here we go. Look at this. Oh, beautiful, mate. Oh yeah, that set me back a little bit. but it's worth it because I much prefer this outfit. It's a little bit worse off in some of the physical defense areas, but it has much higher arcane resistance. And what's very important is much better poison resistance, which will be important later. This has got much more of like a highwayman look to it. So it looks like we're going to be using the saw cleaver for like a long time. It's such a good weapon though. The saw cleaver is such a solid weapon. Like this weapon will last you for the whole game. Like guaranteed. All your money back. Bye. I'll see you in the next thing or whatever. I don't know.